Hello everybody, it is me, it is your Heather with her two new blue rings on. Well, not new, I've had them for years, but I just thought today would have a little change, and I'm wearing some blue topaz. So I hope you like them. I think they're quite pretty. Right, well, you're going to be wondering why you're not seeing my face. Well, you know, it's a blessing. But you know it's me. Look, you know, it's my bracelets and you know it's me. I wanted to try something a little bit different today. You know that I read my tarot, right? And I've got a deck that I've decided I'm going to use for Gypsy Rose Header, and that's always going to be that deck. I couldn't use that deck now for like private readings because in a way it's sort of not tainted per se, but I've used it for one particular course of action, so I'm just going to keep that deck for that one. But I've got another deck here which I use for private readings, and not that I'm any good at reading for myself, but if I do want to read for myself, then I use this one. This is the Gilden Tarot. Now, you know that I suffer from depression and anxiety, and I do look to my tarot for guidance, and I tune into the universal energies. I call that spirit. It's not the spirits, it's spirit. So I ask spirit for any way that I can receive any guidance, anything that I can pass on to anybody to give good news. That's what this is about, right? So what I wanted to do today was I wanted to use the cards to see if there's any messages from spirit that we can use to help make our, well, let's be honest, our mental health any better. Now, this is one of the tools I use. I know it's not for everybody, but this is one of the tools I use because I'm an empath. I feel things, I sense things. Spirit sometimes gives me images in my mind, and I go and I pass them on to whoever I'm reading for at that time in their reading. I just give what I get. Okay, I do everything for free. I don't charge or anything like that. I have all my crystals that I need beside me. They give me, I can feel the different things that they, it's like with the selenite, I know I'm protected. And with the rose quartz, I know that I've surrounded by love. And the amethyst is good when you're working with tarot. So that's the reason why I've got these stones with me at the moment. So what I wanted to do today was do a very short tarot reading. Then I'm going to look into a couple of sets of oracle decks to see if we can gain any more wisdom from them. And then at the end, I want to do something special with a deck called Postcards from Spirit. And it's basically asking for spirit contact to give us a message that I can read out from the card there. And then anybody can take from that any way they wish to. And of course, the good thing about video is you can play it over and over and listen to what it has to say. So this is what I wanted to try, and it would be nice if you could let me know how you feel about this in the comments, and if this is something that you'd like me to do on a regular basis, because I love my tarot. I love working with it. I love to give people good news. I don't read reversals. I only ever read the positive, because let's face it, we've got enough negative things going on in our life without anything else being added to it. So without further ado, I'm going to give us a short reading with the tarot, and then I'm going to press on with the other decks that I want to work with today. So I'm going to shuffle, and I'm going to ask Spirit for any positive messages that can be given to us today to help deal with giving us better mental health, to help those of us with depression, with bipolar, with schizoaffective disorder, anyone who's affected by any mental health issue, whether it be deep anxiety, whether it be sadness, anything at all that Spirit can give us just to help us get some clarity and to look forward. You know, that's what I'm asking for. Just some wisdom, some insight, you know. And I thought I would position the camera this way. You all know what I look like. You all know what I sound like. So this is definitely me. You know, you can tell that. So, like I said, I don't know if you want me to, if you'd rather watch me, you know, watch the old face and what have you, while I'm doing this. I can do that as well. But I just thought you'd rather see what I was doing, you know, hands-on first thing, you know. Okay, so I've given the cards a good shuffle, and I'm going to cut them into 3. Pop them back together. And then see what comes up. And I'll show you each card as I turn them. Right, the first one that we have is the 2 of Cups. I think you'll find the Gilden Tarot. There's lovely illustrations. The next one, oh, there's the 3 of Cups. I have shuffled these. I've worked with these cards for years. So they're the 3 of Cups. The next one, oh my goodness me, is the 8 of Cups. So I have that one. I'll explain each one to you the way I interpret them at least. Now we've got the 7 of Swords. There. So I'm going to choose 6 cards. The next one is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is the messenger. And the last one is the 6 of Wands. So I'm going to interpret these for you now, the way that I would do them, and I'm asking, Spirit, please, would you guide me? If there's anything that you want me to share with those of us who are watching today. If you feel there's anything that I'm going to say that resonates with anyone. But I'll tell you how I'm interpreting this. So we started off with the 2 of Cups, and you've got the interpretation as 2 people facing each other. Now I ask this particular situation, it's with regard to our mental health and how we are dealing with this lockdown and how we can look forward. We can move forward and look forward to make our mental health easier to deal with, and possibly looking at ways to heal, or at least to give us something to look forward to. Look for the positivity. Now, the cups in the tarot are what I would call the emotional cards. So all cups are emotions. So as you can see from this one, you've got what I would say, if you're in a situation where you're a couple, you could find that you've got the 2 of you there, you're very loving, and you're getting through this together. It's a very positive card. It's one of those situations where you've got cup half full, cup half empty. And that's what this lockdown's all about. You've got the cup half empty where you're restricted, right? And a lot of you can't go to work, and you can't go to the pub, And you can't go for a drink, you can't go for a meal. There's a lot of can't do. But then you look at the cup half full and look at what you can do. Spend quality time with your family. Spend quality time with your loved ones. Spend quality time doing the things that you love to do, that normally you'd never have the time to do. That can help your mental health. You can spend that time listening to music, reading a book, watching a movie, having a walk around your garden if you've got one. Go for a short walk around your neighbourhood, as long as you practice social distancing. There are so many pluses as opposed to minuses with this. And this is followed on the same thing with the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a very, very joyful card. It's a card of celebration. And this is the way I'm feeling about this. I'll be honest with you. I looked at the 2 and then I looked at the 3. And the impressions that Spirit is giving me is that we're having to make the best of a bad job. So if you've got the chance to pretend you're throwing a party for family and friends, and you go to the supermarket maybe and you get some crisps and you grab a bottle of wine and what have you, and if you're lucky, if you've got your own garden, there's nothing wrong with you sitting out in your garden, you and your family, putting the music on, maybe having a little dance, maybe singing together. You can have that. Now we've then followed that with the 8 of Cups, and there are cups there that have fallen by the wayside, but there's still ones again that are filled. And you've got the impression of the guy, and he's looking out it's a far image across the sea, and it's a boat that can take him somewhere. And he's looking outward, he's looking forward, he's looking to how he can make the best of where he is, and waiting for his ship to come in. And we're waiting for the end of this lockdown, and it is like waiting for your ship to come in so that we can escape from the confines of the home and the confines that have been put across on us. The next one is the 7 of Swords. Now the 7 of Swords are very, what you would call, it deals with legal stuff, it deals with letters, it deals with cutting corners, it deals with sort of, cutting your cloth according to fit you. And again, this is another message about, making the most of what you have. Don't over splurge. Don't spend money that you don't have to. Just enjoy what you have in the moment. Enjoy every day for what it brings you. We can all have midnight splurges and what have you, pain, insomnia. I've done it myself. But we don't have to go daft. We can just see what we've got. We can actually throw away things we don't need. And it's a great time to have a clear out. That's what this card is telling me. It's a great time to have that clear out that you've always wanted to have. Mentally, it's a great time to have that clear out. Have you got people around you who suck your energy? What we call psychic vampires. Do you ever have those people around you that you can spend so much time with, and then by the time you've said bye-bye to them, you feel like flopping out in the chair and going, phew, oh my God, that was hard work. Loved seeing them, but oh boy, I'm knackered now. You know that kind of person? Have you ever been around that sort of person? Well, that's what that's saying there. Get the chance to clear your mind, and for those people who are only ever around you for when they want something, and then they drain your energy, you either got to learn to cut them short and say, sorry, I've got something to do, I've got to go, blah, blah, blah. Ending phone conversations early, text conversations early, messenger, whatever. You don't have to tell any lies, you just got to say, I'm sorry, I'm a bit busy, I've got to go. and just relax, lie down, rest, whatever. And, you know, cut things around to fit you, to make you happier. You can do that in your mind. You can do that with your surroundings. You can do that with people who drain you. You have to think about you and what is best for you. Now, the next one's the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is the messenger. Pages are messengers. And he's, again, very forward-looking. And he brings a message of, it's a cup filled with a glowing light. Filled with the glowing light of love, of hope, of happiness. Now is a time where we should be looking forward to, we're getting nearer and nearer to when they're going to say it's safe for us to stop this lockdown. It's just, I know we've got another 3 weeks, but to be honest with you, I think they're just being more safe than sorry. So I take that one to mean that one. We're going to get good news. That is coming. But he's there to bring us hope, love, happiness, positivity. And that's really what we're looking for. And then finally, we've got the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is represented by a knight riding a horse, and everyone is like welcoming home. You've done a really good job. You know, you've succeeded. You've won. You've got past that finishing line. You've done it. Great job. And I take that to be, sorry, excuse me. That's a very, very positive card. That to me, Spirit is making me feel that this is us winning the battle. You know, all the ups and downs that we've had in these past good few weeks now. We're coming to the finish line, and we're going to be rewarded. It's going to help us mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, you name it. We are going to get back to where we need to be. And this is a wonderful card to end on. He's more or less, and Spirit is more or less, this is what I'm picking up from this, you know, keep on sort of fighting the good fight, because in the end, everything that you're doing is going to be excellent and you're going to be better off for it. So that's what I take from that. I don't know how any of you feel about how I've read these, but maybe something in there might resonate with you. So I hope that's maybe brought a little bit more positivity into your life a bit. At least I hope so. I'm sorry, I'm putting these, I keep these in this special bag. That's where they live. I was bought this bag by my daughter many years ago. And I always said when I found these special cards to me, they would go in there. And that's where they live. So I'm going to pop them there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a Souci card. And as you can see, these are big. They're wide. I can barely get one hand around that to shuffle them. So I'm going to have to shuffle them this way on, because I don't know of any other way. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to ask Spirit, please can you give us some wisdom? Can you please give us some guidance? Can you show us some positivity? Is there any messages that will bring us joy, will bring us happiness? Oops, there's one that's come out. That's a jumper. That's what I always call them. I call them jumpers. Now, that's a pretty card. I don't know if you can see all of that. It's called The Land of Milk and Honey. I asked for a positive message, and we've got one. And I'll read this to you. Just get my glasses. Trusty glasses, so... This is called The Land of Milk and Honey. There's going to be abundance, bliss, pleasure, prosperity, wish fulfillment, longing for improvement, and delicacies. I think that's a wonderful card. That's telling us, look, think about all these positive things. And look, this is what we're looking forward to. Isn't that wonderful? You saw me shuffling. I didn't pick that one out in particular. It just jumped out. And this is the message from Spirit for all of us today. We're heading for the land of milk and honey. It's going to be better. And this is very positive for all of us. So thank you very much, Spirit, for sharing that with us today. Just push that to one side. Now I'm going to go into this deck here. This is called the Crystal Spirits Oracle. I'm not too over familiar with this one yet. I have to keep reading the book. And these cards are quite large as well. Oops. There's quite a lot of them too. You can see. And what I'm going to do with them first is I think I'm going to cut them in three. And then put them back together. And then shuffle them as best I can. And ask again, Spirit, can you give us some positive message for everybody who needs some wisdom, needs some insight, needs something positive to hang on to help them get through the day. Could you please show us, could you give us a message, please? Show us something that we can hang on to. Oh, there we've got another jumper. How's that? Just put that one there. So, we've got Seraphos Green Quartz. And you can see that? Seraphos Green Quartz. So, I'll find out what that means. It's number 50. Like I said, I'm not really au fait with these yet. Okay. Oh no, I've gone way past them. Should be looking for number 50, silly woman. 2. Seraphos Green Quartz. The essential meaning of this card is life on life's terms. Having joie de vivre and acceptance of our place in the world, heaven on earth, and dealing with what is meant to be. As long as we are human, we will face times when the only choice is to accept life on its own terms. But in that acceptance lies the most precious treasure, the gift of now. Surrender to this moment exactly as it is, and your heart will open, releasing what needs to be left behind as you join with the conscious universe on a journey of your own healing. Something wonderful is awaiting you, but first you must be present in what it is so that you can have this experience and receive the gift of recognizing that you are stronger than you know. When the wheel of fortune turns, you may look back on this moment as crucial for your growth. Very often, unanswered prayers and unexpected twists of fate lead to the destiny that the heart seeks. Trust now in this process of acceptance. Trust that the conscious universe has your back. Well, I don't think we could have asked for anything better, do you? I think that was a lovely message. Now, finally, I want to give you this this one here. It's called Postcards from Spirit. I don't know if any of you have ever seen these before. But these are basically, if you feel that you want to get some clarity, or if you want to connect with a loved one, then I've found that these can be very, very helpful with a message. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shuffle, and I'm going to say, if anyone has a message for anyone who's watching this video, please could you let us know. Please could you show us a card that I can read from, and give that, you know, because it might not just be one person. The message that you want to send may be for several people. So if there is something that you want to share, please, Spirit, or anyone who is there who wants to pass on a message to anybody else, could you please, so I'm going to cut these into 3, could you please pass this message on? And I actually want the card to jump out with this. So please, can you pass a message on? Gosh, these... oh, right, there we go. There's one. Right. Okay. Sorry, I've just got to... oh, it's warm today. Okay. I'm going to read this to you now. Dear you, sometimes you just feel like no one understands you. You're not heard, or even that you don't count. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion. And although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, well, we who love you, we know better. You are never alone. And even when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected, so better things can replace what wouldn't have worked in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for your ultimate success. Life loves you, we love you, and you are a unique spark of the divine and always connected to the light and to the source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. Love you always and forever. And that's what that card says, right there. And on the back, all the cards are the same. It's got the postcard there, it's got the place for the stamp. I just wanted to show you that. So, that's the readings for today, guys. And I hope you've enjoyed them. I hope you've managed to get something from them. And if you'd like me to do this again, please let me know in the comments. And I am more than happy to do this because it's something that I love. So I'm going to have a rest now because I need it. My back's killing me. But all being well, I'll get another video out tonight that I owe you. But like I said, if you've enjoyed this, please let me know because it's important. And then if you want me to do it again, I can do it again. Okay? Love you all. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.